Imagine being all alone in the world, hungry, thirsty, and struggling to find shelter from the winter cold or the summer heat. There's no one to help you, no safe place to go. Every day you feel hopeless and alone. Now imagine you have the power to change that, to change their lives for the better forever, because that is what the Safe House is. Because this is what happens to so many animals at our partner shelters in southeastern Kentucky. The lucky ones make it to a shelter, but often one that is overcrowded, underfunded, and lacking necessary resources. Many others are not even that fortunate. In the past year, we have rescued dogs abandoned at parks, dogs left at the side of the road, puppies tossed from a car at an abandoned mine, and puppies thrown in a dumpster with the trash. One extra enough? Safe Hands Rescue was founded at the end of 2006. We made a trip to Kentucky and visited a shelter, and when we saw what was happening there, we couldn't not go back. We felt like if we focused our resources on one area, we could make a bigger impact. We would always find dogs in pretty dire conditions. Dogs that had been hit by cars and needed surgery, dogs that were sick. We were able to get them to a vet and get them cared for and save their lives. We knew that if we were here, animals in critical condition could get help faster and more of them would survive.
Okay.
We look forward to their visits.
So they were.
If it wasn't for Safe Hands coming to the shelter, a lot of our cats and dogs wouldn't make it out.
Well, good news is he's got his shot and he's been here a little while.
As a small county shelter, you don't have the funds and the ability, and when there's only one person working, you can't leave.
Well, then I'm gonna load him up.
So we call Safe Hands, and they come and bail us out.
Maybe if we go slowly, you won't get so excited. Our area, eastern Kentucky, has struggled for a long time. When counties get money, there's so many important things, but animals are kind of put on the back burner. I worked at a local shelter where Safe House is. The first year I'd worked there, I hardly ever saw an animal leave alive. We were seeing puppies that would die from simply having parasites. Whenever Safe Hands started helping us, saving our animals, sending them to other rescues and giving me connections, we had actually turned that around. There's nothing more that I wanted than to work for this organization. It's what we needed here. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Got it. First step, always vaccinate.
We were finally able to accomplish our dream and purchase property for the Safe House in 2021 and officially opened Memorial Day weekend. Since that time, we have rescued and rehomed over 1,600 animals. We never really know what's going to happen when we wake up in the morning. We got a call from one of our partner shelters. This litter of 8 puppies that were all under 5 pounds had just arrived. So she's 4'4". I was really glad that we were able to get them that same day. They were very, very dehydrated.
Well,
His
they're
gums are
long.
white. You don't feel good, do you, buddy?
There was a runt that stands out to me. If you saw him, he was just limp and kind of head down. You'd look at this puppy and you think, is it too late?
Are you ready, buddy? We're gonna have a little special medicine. We've taken in a lot of cases that would not have survived if we had not been here. Isla is one of them. She was starving, she was dehydrated, she had mange, her skin was cracked and bleeding. The first day that she was with us, she slept for 18 hours straight, and I kept checking to make sure she was still breathing. She got sub-Q fluids, antibiotics, and medicated baths. She needed critical care. I don't think she would have survived one more day. You're a very sweet girl. One of the dogs that we have in our care right now is Wilson. Wilson came from a hoarding situation. He was terrified at the shelter. He was cowering in the corner. I decided that he needed a chance, and I knew the shelter wasn't going to be able to put him up for adoption. And so I brought him over to the safe house. He has a really bad ear infection. In fact, he's scratched the back of his ears raw. He is doing phenomenal here. He is so happy. He just is my little shadow. He follows me everywhere I go. When we purchased the property, the original plan was to renovate the barn and turn it into an animal holding facility. Unfortunately, with the skyrocketing costs of building materials due to supply shortages, we haven't been able to move forward with the barn renovation yet. And that means that we're operating out of the clinic as our animal holding facility. It's makeshift and it's much more limited than what we originally anticipated when we moved down here.
This place is a safe haven. It's kind of a way stop. It's what Lynn and a lot of people had envisioned for a long time. It's better than a shelter, for sure, but it could be so much better. The exam rooms are nice to have dogs in there, but we have 2, and that's usually reserved for mamas.
Pregnant dogs don't fare well in a shelter. It's loud, it's scary. It's often too wet and too cold for newborns. We bring a lot of pregnant dogs over here to try and let them have that better experience of having and raising their babies. Piper came to us when she was pregnant. She is so happy and she is such a good mom. We weigh the puppies every single day to make sure they're gaining weight, and her babies are doing excellent. Good job, little man. We are really looking forward to being able to renovate the barn because we just need better facilities. We operate on a 2-week cycle here at the safe house. We take in animals, we give them what they need, and then they go up north to Safe Hands and our partner shelters. We currently have to turn animals away frequently, put them on a waiting list, and hope that we're able to take them before it's too late. Hey, are you ready, baby? Isler came to us just a week ago today, and she's doing great now, and she has actually gained almost a pound in the first week here. A shelter can't do that. Shelters can't provide round-the-clock care the way that we do here. This litter of puppies, those little kids are in rough shape, and some of them would have made it overnight. Our little guy, there's no way he would have made it till morning if he hadn't gotten here.
We get to see the conditions that the animals come from. And then they come here, and it's kind of all of a sudden they're happy. It's only up, like the hard part's over. We just have to get them to Minnesota into the foster's hands where they can continue to grow and be loved even more than what we could here.
When we pull in, to see them come out, they're just, they have no idea. You just keep saying, you're going on an adventure and it's gonna be great and there's so much good stuff waiting for you. They just kind of look deer in headlights, but then you see, okay, this is okay. These people are friendly, they're good, they're helping me, I have food, I have water. You just know what's in store for them is so good. It's so good.
I make a promise to every animal that enters the safe house that we will be the end of all their bad days and the beginning of all that is good. It is thanks to the Safe Hands family and the generosity of our donors, volunteers, and fosters opening their homes and hearts that we together can keep that promise. Our group of supporters is kind and compassionate and generous. It is only because of them that we are here and this is possible. This is the moment. Animals need you now more than ever. And so many of the animals that come to the safe house are on the edge and they just need a helping hand to pull them back.
I've never had faith in something so much in all my life as I have in the vision of the safe house. To actually be part of something so incredible that seems so little if you talk about it, seems so small. Yes, we care for animals. It's gonna be the biggest thing in my life that I ever do. If you're wondering how you can be part of this, this is your chance. if you give to this organization, no matter what it is, whether it's time, money, you're part of something that is so big where we are saving lives.
This is where I ask you to join in. Help heal bodies and hearts. Create hope and happiness. Transform lives. Your gift to the Safe House means an animal can stop worrying about where their next meal is coming from and sleep soundly, perhaps for the first time in their life. Here they can find health, comfort, and joy. Together we can give even more companion animals what I so desperately want for them all: hope and a chance at a life filled with love and kindness. Your support is critical, and I would be honored if you joined us with your gift today.